Do you own a restaurant or other food service establishment and wonder about employment practice liability insurance, otherwise known as EPLI? Want to make sure you have the right policy? Stay tuned. We're going to cover those questions and address EPLI insurance for restaurants. Hi, I'm Coyle, and before we begin, do me a quick favor and hit that like button so that this video gets seen by more restaurateurs like you. Let's start off with, what is EPLI? EPLI is an abbreviation for Employment Practice Liability Insurance. What does it cover? EPLI is designed to cover a business for claims which can arise from allegations of wrongful employment acts. In plain English, it's insurance for when you get sued by current employees, former employees, and even future employees who believe you discriminated against them, harassed them, sexually or otherwise, created a hostile work environment, wrongfully terminated them, failed to hire them, or failed to promote them, and other similar allegations. The worst part is that restaurant owners and managers can be sued personally in these types of claims. Your personal assets are at risk. In New York and New York City, the plethora of laws and regulations and rules put restaurant owners at risk for these types of lawsuits on top of all the training and compliance steps you need to take every year. Unfortunately, many restaurateurs may believe that their package policy or general liability policy or umbrella policy cover these risks, but they don't. The only exception is that some BOP policies can include some minor EPLI coverage. And I say some and minor because these endorsements to BOP policies generally are not very broad and don't provide very high limits, which you really need in today's litigious environment. In fact, there are two huge risks that restaurants face which are not available on a BOP policy EPLI endorsement and are better covered up by a standalone EPLI policy. Those risks are coverage for wage and hour claims and third-party liability claims. Wage and hour claims are common in restaurant and other food service establishments because most workers are non-salaried or non-exempt and can level a complaint with the Department of Labor that they were shortchanged in pay or not paid for overtime or hours worked or any other allegation of unfair compensation for the work they performed. Wage and hour claims are rising and will continue to do so with heavy enforcement by state and federal regulators. A significant risk to employers is class action claims. This can happen when several employees who feel they've been cheated start talking to each other, bring their concerns to an attorney, and all of a sudden there's a class action lawsuit against the employer, which is very expensive to defend against and has a very long duration to settle. These are mostly preventable claims when an employer has the right controls in place, but allegations can still arise and trigger defense costs. The right EPLI policy for your restaurant should include an endorsement for wage and hour claims. Now, not all insurers will provide wage and hour coverage, and it's important to understand that those that do will only extend a sublimit for defense costs and not pay settlements. The common defense cost sublimit is $250,000, but some policies may provide lower limits as well. Again, wage and hour coverage will not pay claim settlements and it'll only pay for defense costs. The second endorsement your restaurant EPLI policy should include is third-party liability coverage. This endorsement covers claims brought by non-employees such as restaurant patrons or vendors against the restaurant for allegations of discrimination, harassment, and other wrongful acts. Again, we live in a litigious society, and New York probably ranks towards the top of the list for lawsuits of all types. It doesn't take much for a patron or other third party that feels they have been discriminated against or treated unfairly to bring a lawsuit. Without having third-party liability endorsed to your EPLI policy, you're not going to be covered. So this is also a crucial coverage part to include. Employment suits are difficult to defend against and expensive. Going without insurance can put a significant dent in your profits, cash flow, and the overall health of your restaurant. Don't think it can't happen to you, your restaurant, or food service establishment. On top of solid policies and procedures and training around these issues, you do need the right EPLI insurance. Thanks for watching this video. My name is Gordon Coyle, and if you're looking for help on EPLI or any other form of insurance for your restaurant or food service business, give me a call and let's chat. No pressure, no sales gimmicks, just some conversation to see if I can help you and if we might be a good fit for your business insurance needs. My contact info is coming up, and there's a link below in the description box to book a call directly on my calendar. Hey, don't forget, hit that like button and please subscribe. Really appreciate it. Thanks.